launch video time, and in this video I will be showing you how you can make a Pong game in Makecode Microbit Microsoft. So let's get started. So here you first have to create your variables. So basically here you can see that there's ball dx, ball dy, ball x, ball y, bar x, in game, interval, step, and point. So these are the variables you have to make. So first you can just simply create a project, go into the variable section, click make a variable, and then you can make your variables. So you can make all these variables, you can pause and you can check the variable names and you can make the variables. Okay, so we are going to be starting with the code already. So we have on button A and on button B. Then after that, basically there is if bar x is greater than 0. So if bar x is greater than 0, then what we want to do is basically unplot. So here we have unplot bar x plus bar x plus 1 and y to be 4. Then after that we want to set bar x to bar x minus 1. Then lastly we want to plot x bar x and y to be 4. So this is what we want to happen when we click button A. So basically what we do on button B is we just duplicate this, and on button B, if bar x is lesser than 3, so wait a minute, lesser than 3, oh no, if bar x is lesser than 3, what we want to do is unplot bar x and then set bar x to bar x plus 1 and then plot bar x plus 1. So the code should look something like that. So on button A, basically nothing will happen right now. So you can see that this thing is moving. So it isn't showing the full thing at the start because we haven't done the forever on the on start yet. But you can see that we have made the paddle functionality available now. Okay. So we have on button A. So basically what this does is based on the position of it, it just technically just takes up the position and just moves it, and then at the end it just plots it on where it shows that it is in our main screen, which is this. So this is basically a microbit. Yeah, this is a microbit and everything you do has to be on this microbit basically. Okay, so let's continue. So we can go on for forever. So forever I like to always have a blank screen. Okay, so first of all I will set some variables here. So 1, 4 for that, then after that 6, 7, 8. So first we want our point to be 0, then after that our interval to be 500, then our interval step to be 10, then our ball x to be 3, and then our ball y to be 4, and then our ball dx, where's dx, ball dx is -1 along with our ball dy, and then lastly we are using our bar x. So this is the code currently, so we are setting everything right over here. So at the start I'm just gonna show a string and let's call it go. So now if we run it, it will say go. Now it will keep saying go, and later I will show you how we can take that out. So show string go, then after that I will be plotting some stuff here. So I'm just gonna take in one plot, and inside that plot I will take in ball x and ball y. Ball y. Then after that plot x to be your bar x. Oopsie daisy, bar x. And then that to be 4. And then lastly we are just going to be plotting this one over here and plot it. So now if we click go, nothing should happen. It should just, you see that it showed it, but in the start for like 1/16 of a second. Now in the set, what we're going to be doing is set in game to be true. So basically now after all of that happens, our game has now been initialized. So let me just go on a recap of what happened till now. We have button A pressed if bar x is greater than 0. We use all this code for our that. So basically what we do is that we take it out of our screen, we check its new position, then after that we put it back on its position. So we take it out so it's not in the screen. We check its new position after we click our button A and B. Then after that we change it to that position, and then we plot it according to the position it shows right now. And the surprising thing is that all of this happens in under a second, which is quite fast, to be honest. Okay, so we have on button A pressed and on button B pressed, and we have our forever. So in our forever we have set all of our variables, and we are about to be starting our main code. So while in game, this is basically like Python, where we type in while true, and instead of what we are putting in while in game, because sometimes in Python we said running is equal to true, and then while run, we are doing the same thing over here. Set in game to true, and then while in game. Because in Microbit you can also code in Python, which is very, very cool. And if you're a JavaScript guy, you can also code in JavaScript. So let's continue in our blocks, as this is what this main tutorial is for. Okay. So the next thing we are going to be doing is while in the game, I will be adding in an if. And then if, so it is if, and then there's gonna be a greater than, like that. So if ball x plus ball dx is greater than 4. Okay, so then after that, what we have to do is set ball x2, set ball dx2, sorry. So it's set ball dx2, ball dx equals to -1. So ball dx equals 2. So it's an equals to there's no equals to here. For some reason there is no equals to, so because we don't need an equals to, so we're going to be taking in that, and we're going to be taking it to -1. Okay, now the next thing I will do is we have our if block for that, and now we are to add in an else if. Basically what you have to do is you have to create 2 else's, and then you take out the last else, so then it will be else if then. So inside the else if then, what I want to do is take in the same block of code, and I want it to be lesser than 0. So when it's lesser than 0, I just basically do the same thing. I set ball x to ball dx not equal to -1. Okay, now I have to take this and put it over there. And now it's the same thing basically, so it's ball y. So ball y plus ball dy is greater than, so it's lesser than 0, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically the middle one is, this one is 0. So you can see that if I hover mine over it, so this one is 2, 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the x, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the y. So that is how we are basically counting the movement of our ball. So then in the else if section of the ball dy, what we want to do is again it's the same thing, ball y plus ball dy is greater than 3. And now this is where all of the hard code comes in. So what we do is we will take in an if and make sure to put the if inside the else if, and we can take out the simple dx. Okay, so what we want to do is that we want to go into LAD and get a point, and basically it's not going to be that much, so we're just going to take it in ball x and ball dx and ball y plus ball dy. That's what we're going to be putting in our point. Now what we will do now is set ball dy to ball dy not equal to -1 again, and then after that I will set our point to point plus 1. So this is what we will do. So yeah, this is basically what we will do. And then after that we'll take an if. So inside the if we will take an if, then after that the if from the point, so if from this point we will add in an else, something like that. So then after that what we will do is set ball dy, so everything is same here. Then inside this one what we want to do is that we want to basically take in this whole thing and just slot it in over there, and then after that we will take this one and it should be 0. Then here it is interval, so it is interval minus interval step, and there should be 0. Then inside this I will set interval to interval minus interval step. So something like that. And now in the else block I will set, so in the else block I will set endgame to false. And now we have done an error. Okay, we have done no error. So if the point has another else, the point, wait a second. Okay, I added an else to the wrong one, and else should be added to that one over there. Okay, now it's correct. So then after that we are taking in an if. So another if. So this whole thing is basically ifs, ifs and biffs and ifs. Ifsy dipsy dipsy. So if in game, then I will also I will plot now this time. So plot, and basically I just copy these two. So plot this in X and plot this in Y, and then after that I will unplot. So basically we just unplot our ball X and our ball Y. So if in game, then we plot our X, ball X plus ball. Then after that we just unplot the same thing, thus taking away all of the hard work we have done till now. Okay, then after that I will set. So I'll take in and I'll take in a set. So inside here I will take in set. So I will set ball X and set ball Y to ball X plus ball DX and ball Y plus ball DY. And then I will pause for the milliseconds of interval, something like that. So basically if we just check, if we just do a quick check till now, a ball, we haven't done the full coding yet. And we forgot to add a code which says if on it we want to bounce. So forever. So we will check our code later on to see what was the error there, but we know that the ball is moving, and that is more than enough for now. Now after we have that, inside the else, basically what we'll do is set score to point. So in game we'll set score to point, set score to point, and then we'll add in a game over. So game over. Yeah. So now everything is okay. So let's just format our code. Let's run this. So it says go. And then you can see that the paddle moves, but our ball is going out of the screen. So we need to fix this very big error. Okay. So everything is here correct. So I know that everything is here correct because the start is okay. And this is also okay. Bar X is 4, bar X plus 1 and Y 4. Set in game to true, and then we're in the while in game. So while in game, if ball X plus ball DX is greater than 4, then set ball X to ball DX . let's just put in times -1, but there isn't any time, so it needs to be this one. So set ball dx to ball dx not equals to 1. Then after that, else if ball, so here's for the same thing, so ball x plus ball dx is lesser than 0. Okay, let's check it now. We fixed one error and the ball's still gone. So then if we go down, if ball x and that one should also be 0, I've done a lot of mistakes here, then else if it's greater than 3, then we will do the point code, which is correct, and then correct and correct. Let's just run this one time to see if it bounces or not. Okay, and now it's gone again. So the point is okay. So okay, I think it is. So we have our, so we can say that our x is done. So if we go on to the y section, so our x is all done, let's go on to the y. So let's check in the code in this way. So our if is done, then we have an else if which inside has that point. So that point code has an else and an if inside it, and after that we have the in game. So we have the ball x thing done, but we have to go on the y because something in the y is definitely wrong. Okay, so if ball y plus ball dy is lesser than 0, if ball y plus ball dy is lesser than 0, then set ball dy. Wow, you see that these tiny pieces of code that we tend to sleep on sometimes becomes our biggest major problem, you see. Yeah, so you should basically never sleep on your code thinking like, oh, that's okay, because here and there when you sleep on your code, there is something graciously begging to be wrong. So that is greater than 3, and then if point ball x plus ball dx and ball y plus ball dy, then set ball dy to ball dy not equal to -1, and set point to point plus 1. And if interval negative interval step is below 0, then set interval to interval minus interval step. So if we take this code out, then you can see that our main wrong is happening in this part over here. And to solve it, we will need to check our code a lot. Okay, so bear with me here because our code is having something wrong. And the only thing I hate about this code is the amount of ifs. So ball x plus ball dx is greater than 0. Set ball x to ball dx not equal to -1. That's correct. Then else if ball x plus ball dx is lesser than 0, then set ball dx to ball dx equals to not equals to -1. Yeah. Then we will have an if, and inside that if it's ball y plus ball dy is lesser than 0, then set ball dy to ball dy. Oh my god, have I done any more silly mistakes? This is what I have been stuck for basically the last 5 minutes here. Unbelievable. We should have a ball dy why. Whew. And now if we run this piece of exponentially best code, you can see that the ball bounces and we have a fully functioning Pong game. So I hope you like this microbit tutorial with telling you how you should solve what is microbit, how you can debug your code. So these are what you can have. So I hope you like this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, the Pong video time is out. Bye bye.